You always catch yourself saying the same things in your head. That you're too emotional, that you're too sensitive about everything. The truth is, I know exactly what that feels like. And after years trying to understand why I was this way, I finally realized something. The truth is that you and I share the same superpower. We can feel the energy of the people around us, and it affects our mood directly. And for a long time, that feels more like a curse than a gift. Because you walk into a room and you feel everything. The tension no one mentioned. The fake smile hiding discomfort. The emotional exhaustion of someone who didn't say a word. While others walk through untouched, you leave drained. And then the guilt shows up. Why does this affect me so much? Why can't I just ignore it? Why am I not stronger? But let me tell you something no one ever explained to you. Sensitivity is not weakness. It's heightened perception. You don't feel too much. You perceive too much. And the world wasn't built for those who perceive. It was built for those who numb themselves. From an early age, you were taught that feeling deeply was a problem. That crying was excessive. That caring was a sign of vulnerability. So you adapted. You built armor. You swallowed emotions. You learned to smile when all you wanted was distance. But that comes at a cost. Because when you disconnect from pain, you also disconnect from joy. When you try to turn off your sensitivity, you shut down your intuition, your creativity, your empathy along with it. And slowly, you stop being who you are and become someone functional, but empty. The truth is, sensitive people function like antennas. They pick up what's in the air before it turns into words. They notice shifts in emotional climate. They feel when something isn't right, even without proof. And because of that, they suffer more. But they also understand more. The problem was never feeling. The problem was never learning how to filter. No one taught you that you don't have to absorb everything. That it's possible to feel without caring. That you can perceive without drowning. Sensitivity without awareness becomes a burden. Sensitivity with awareness becomes direction. And when you understand that, everything changes. You start choosing your environments more carefully, the conversations you engage in, the people you allow close to you. You learn that you don't have to save everyone, that it's not your responsibility to regulate other people's emotions. That saying no isn't rejection, it's self-protection. And here's the most important shift of all. Your superpower isn't feeling other people's energy. It's knowing when to step away from it. Highly sensitive people weren't made for constant chaos. They need silence, pauses, time alone to recalibrate. Not because they're weak, but because they're emotionally intelligent. When you honor that, your sensitivity stops controlling you and starts guiding you. You begin to trust your instincts more. You notice warning signs before they become problems. You make decisions others only make when it's already too late. You stop calling yourself too emotional and start seeing yourself as someone deep, because feeling deeply doesn't mean you break easily. It means you live in high definition, in a world that insists on running on autopilot. And yes, it's exhausting, but it's also what allows you to create real connections, to truly understand people, and to see layers most will never notice. In the end, the question isn't, how do I stop feeling so much? The right question is, how do I use this to my advantage? When you learn to protect your energy, to set clear boundaries, and to honor your sensitive nature, something powerful happens. You stop fighting who you are and start building strength from it. Because the world doesn't need more hardened people. It needs conscious ones. And when sensitivity finds direction, it stops being a burden and becomes exactly what sets you apart.